So here's a situation I got myself in. This system's due. It needs a water change. We can see here how I'm getting bubbles. Same thing's happening in the Oscar tank a little bit. Those bubbles are sticking around. It's time. But I have this current previously explained tap water issue thing. I'll link that video. So this water is probably not affected by the extra chemical. And the fish seem to be doing okay, but it does need a water change. Do I do a water change or not? I'm thinking I have to do it. Problem is, even my barrels upstairs right now probably have this excess saturation of the new chloramine-related byproduct chemical. This water in this system right now doesn't have it. The water looks pretty clean. The tags don't look bad. I almost want to wait it out because I don't know what it'll do to these fish. I expect it won't bother them, to be honest. And if I just triple dose my prime, things should go on as normal. But here's the trick now. Now that I'm in this situation, I'm relying on the prime to detoxify the chemical. Nobody knows if the chemical breaks down because it's newly found and they have to look into it further. I'm expecting the higher concentrations of said chemical will remain in the tank until I replace the water out. Problem is, it could take a week for the city pipes to clear. I don't know how long they're going to dose. I don't know anything. It's a big guessing game. So now, because I'm relying on prime to keep that chemical in check, I have to water change at least every 48 hours. Everything. Until I see that this, the only way I can detect the problem is present is there's an ammonia spike in my tap water. There's an ammonia spike in my tap water after I add some prime. That's how I know it's here. That's it. That's the only way I can personally. There's no way to detect this, but when I see that situation occur, that's when I know it's here. So now I have to triple dose my prime and water change all my tanks out every 2 days until the ammonia spike that's coming off my tap water goes back down to normal. And then I know that I don't have an excess of the bad chemical in my system at that point. Yeah, and that's life in my city. And that's probably why everybody's giving away their fish tanks, because I can get big free fish tanks all over the place. Like, everyone's just giving up on the hobby, and I think it's probably people that just got sick of losing fish and they didn't know why. They just did a water change and everything went to hell, and it shouldn't have. I think that's what's going on. It's this chemical. And it's not going to happen to everybody in every city the way it's happening to me, because we have a complex water issue in my city that kind of forces the water people to go to extremes that other places don't have to go to. So, but if you're in any kind of big city on the eastern seaboard, there's likely, I think it's a sea level thing, right? We're pretty low here. We got a lot of groundwater issues. So it depends on your city's situation and what they do, but that's what's going on here. And like I said, there's no warning. It just happens when they choose to do it when the need arises, right? They're doing testing and they're like, okay, we have to lick this problem, and then boom, they deal with it. So, but this is the result. This is the result. That's how I see it. And I've lost. It always goes after my biggest discus. because discus are real sensitive to weird shit, and so, and every time this occurs, it's always my biggest fish that either show me something's wrong or die, straight up just die on me. And it happens quick too. They go from being absolutely perfect, like Big Red is, absolutely healthy, never sick from an illness in all its life, to just dead because this shit happens. And it happens a couple times a year. This is the first time it's happened in the middle of winter though, but it didn't really happen in the fall, or I missed it, like it didn't affect me, or I didn't notice it, or my water changes, I just happened to skip past it, who knows. But right now it's present, so I'm going to take a big long shower and flush out all my hot water tank and everything in my house, and I assume it was done a few days ago because I use barrels. It's a good chance we're on the tail end of it right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to water change everything out every 48 hours for the next maybe week. And then we should be past this until spring. Well, there it is. It's fish keeping in my city. How's fish keeping in yours? You get any sort of weird water change phenomenons like this? Sort of show up every now and then? Tell me about it, because it's definitely happening here.